Okay, Coach, we're in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Set. 19. 31.
Watson on first down. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
52's the mic. Hey, what's the ball?
They keep it with Miller on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
What is that? 19. 59. 35's the mic. We ain't giving him up.
On 2nd and 12, Watson, and this is going to be incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Slam. At 24. 24 down, he's coming. Jump.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Browns nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
1st down, Texans.
What's that? Great take! You. Kill. 36.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Mayfield to throw it. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch one. Watch one. Let's put him on the front.
Mayfield now. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. A bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The former Brown, Jabal Sheard. In there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So Mike's the quarterback, don't get nervous.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield buying time to his left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. From the 38, Mayfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike 6, 180! It's our time. Regular.
Mayfield on first down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hurry!
Now Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
Come on, let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before the break. Watson going deep here for Stills. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
We're set. Can I take? Set.
Watson with a give to Miller. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. He was looking that time for Stills.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. I'm here.
From the gun, Mayfield being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Again, it's Miller. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First down, Houston.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Miller. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And Stills bringing it in. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Mayfield now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. It's caught. Beckham. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
The 1st down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Complete to Odell Beckham Jr. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out here in the I. coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Check the backer, check the backer. Shift. Run. 41 Mike.
They'll give it to Chubb. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Seibert's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And now running right through it. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Watson now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now Watson. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Still's the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Watson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Browns drive about to get started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That's another Browns first and 10.
Now Chubb. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And again, it's Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
1st down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Check 41. Regular. Hey, watch it. Look out.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Good. 180. Hey, alert 33. Watch out. Watch one. Hey, watch out.
They run again on first down. Chubb. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Browns, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.